Mooch and crap, mooch and crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out, here comes Mooch and crap. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. Neo Gas, Xbox Red, Crap's got Tim Dog all over it. Hey there, here comes Mooch and crap. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and crap are just in time. Mooch and crap, mooch and crap. Zany gaming do a mooch and crap. YouTube in is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find mooch and crap.
Stop crying like whiny little babies. Put on your diapers because shit's about to go down. It's Mooch and Crap. Get ready.
Yes, it's Mooch and Crap. Get ready on a Saturday. What's this, right? It's insanity. We're here. It's M&C Mornings live on a Saturday night. Yeah, that's right. It's something new that we're trying just because J-Dubs is going on vacation tomorrow. So
sure, blame it all on Jay.
Blame it on the Canadian.
Yeah, we're
Jay!
Exactly. So we were
it's
like,
also
hey,
GamesCom Eve, right?
It is. It's GamesCom Eve. So we were like, hey, what can we do, right? We gotta do something. We're gonna talk about Gamescom. We've got like 1 million voicemails. If you guys want to call in on Skype, MC Space Mornings. As always, we got my buddy Mooch here. What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy? Gamescom Eve. What a night. You know, normally Gamescom for me, whenever I saw it in the news the past couple of years, it was nice. It was almost like you were gonna see the same thing you saw at E3, maybe just, you know, a better image of it or something. But this is really hype level is through the roof. There's more polls going around tonight. This is a noof joke than in a strip club. There's so many people polling out there. Who's buying the Xbox One tomorrow? Who's pre-ordering? And I mean, the Xbox One is getting tremendous amount of attention. So this is a huge night, guys. This is going to be great. Great to get the feedback from the fans. Great to hear from you guys. And I can't wait to get to some voicemails.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I think a lot of people are wanting to talk a little bit more about. I got a feeling they're heavily Crackdown related, but hey, you know,
it's possible.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. That's what the show's all about, right? Like, let's give people the opportunity to get things off their chest and what they feel about it. And I know for a fact, even though I hadn't heard any of the voicemails, that a lot of people probably aren't too happy about the situation. You know, so it gives them a good outlet to talk about things. And so, with that being said, J-Dubs, why don't you clue everybody into why you're not going to be around tomorrow?
Yeah, so I'm going to be getting up very early in the morning, and I'm going to be driving to Boston.
He's going to go check out the Patriots.
Are you driving your own car?
Your car.
I got my own car.
You got to watch the Sox. We're going to watch the Sox. Let's go watch the Sox.
That's awful. We sound more like we're from Ireland.
I know.
Yeah, that didn't sound right at all. Yeah. That's terrible.
I would love to have a really cool macho reason why I'm going to Boston, but unfortunately, it's my kids are going to go see this young singer at the stadium. What's his name? Shawn Mendes. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Anyway, apparently he's Canadian. I don't know why we're going to Boston to watch him, but apparently it was cheaper to go to Boston than it was to go to Montreal. Plus, I wanted to see Boston. I've never been there. And we're going to do a lot of touring around. We're going to go.
He's Canadian, but he sounds like he's Canadian. From Telemundo TV.
I don't know where he's from.
Menendez.
Someone had told me that he was
they're in Canada.
Someone told me he was discovered by Justin Bieber. Apparently.
No, Justin. I don't know if that's a good thing.
If you're a
14-year-old girl, it's great.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Like, hey, congrats, right? Yeah.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be basically a long drive. It's gonna be like 8 hours to Maine, and then we're gonna go to New Hampshire. We'll stay the night in New Hampshire, and then the next day we head to Boston. And
Luke Taylor in the chat goes, Shawn Mendes sucks. He has one good song.
I'm sure he does suck.
I know.
That's why I'm gonna be hanging out in the hotel room with my Xbox
and your beer.
And my
beer.
Oh,
how many beer?
Did you guys read my beer philosophy that I tweeted last night?
No, I must have missed it.
No, I missed it.
So basically, here's how it goes. If you're drinking more than one beer of the same brand, it's beer. But if you drink several different kinds of beers, then you put an S at the end of it. So because it all came from one big vat of beer, and it all went into different bottles, but it's the same beer. It's not different beers.
still not.
That does not hold in the court of Mooch.
Yes, I'm sorry. I can't.
From the records, and
Yeah.
everybody in the audience is now dumber for hearing that. I'm only
Yes,
kidding.
I don't think
That's an Adam Sandler bit, Chad. I don't know if you've seen it, but don't take offense to it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can totally be on with that.
You know what's funny though? He says it so much that I'm almost inclined to start using that in my regular life. But I'm afraid I don't know if I'm going to get tarred and feathered and tomatoed. I don't know if it's. Hey guys, bring that whole, bring all 30 of those beer here.
Yeah,
all 30 of them.
Bring the beer. Where's the beer at?
It's a case of beer, not a case
It
of
is.
beers.
It is.
It is a case of beer.
Semantics, I guess.
Yeah.
Very much.
Tomato,
Very
tomato,
much
huh?
semantics.
Hey, now.
J-Dubs,
Hey, now.
who do we got on deck? Because I know we got about 1 million of these damn things.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and rack
so
some up.
We've got Xbox Trigger.
Okay.
Oh, triggered is going to be perfect.
Mutate crap yay is Xbox Trigger from Twitter. My question today is that when do you think Xbox will ever get a break? Like when something good happens, some shit pops out, and then like they always get shit on the media. When they get their props, it gets something that's irrelevant shit shut down. And now all this bad news with Crackdown and all that stuff coming out is annoying. I'm tired of bad Microsoft press. Like, what can Microsoft do to get rid of this bad press in general? I don't know, man. It's crazy. But anyway, thanks for you guys' time. Bye.
Hey, he was kind of subdued there. He sounds depressed. Jesus, come on, cheer up a little bit. Come on. Look, you know what Microsoft can do? Just come out, show some kick-ass games, have a great Xbox GamesCom. They can turn things around, surprise some people once in a while. People, unfortunately, when they're Xbox fans, are used to being underwhelmed, I guess.
Right.
And also, it doesn't help that their surprise is, like I said last night, is usually the equivalent of your mom saying, "We got a surprise for you," and then taking you to the dentist for a root canal.
Appointment.
Yeah, so look, you're right, Moosh. Their surprise is underwhelming a lot of times. Remember, for the last couple of years, Major Nelson's like, "Yeah, we got some surprise," and it was like really stupid stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like totally stupid stuff. So
It's a 3D picture you hang in your bathroom of Stein.
Yeah,
Listen,
here you go. It's a Stein selfie. Congrats,
It's a Stein selfie, but you can't even see it unless you cross your eyes and stand 12 feet back. I don't know. Listen, when they said surprise, I really wasn't getting overhyped, but I did play along. I mean, when you're on a podcast, somebody says, "Hey, what do you think it is?" We were all brainstorming. I really thought, and I got to say, I listened to Crossfire again last night. I like to see what people were saying, because sometimes when you're running the show, crap, you even say this. Sometimes you'll go back and listen to Xbox Nation. You've got to kind of go back and take a listen to it, because when you're running it, it's a little, you miss some things. But I'll be honest with you. Boom actually had a really good idea. He said they could have picked from Forza Horizon 3, Gears of War 4, or Halo 5 to be in the box. And then when you go home, you're actually going to experience the game in 4K 60 or 4K 30, depending on the game. And that would have been a way to actually see this technical beast come to life before your eyes. But now instead, you can take a picture of you next to your Project Scorpio insignia and tweet it out. I mean, listen, personally, I'm going to get the Project Scorpio Day 1 edition, because why the hell wouldn't I, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're in line and it's available, pick it up, folks. Like I said, part of Mooching 101 is never not accept a gift. It doesn't matter what it is. So you do that. That's just something you do. But at the same time, to sit here and tell people it's a surprise and this and that, I'm sorry. And we don't have to go down that avenue again, crap. But it just, like you said, it was almost like a surprise trip to the dentist.
Yeah, I don't think it was it wasn't a happy surprise. I mean, it's cool. I personally think it's cool, but it's like most people are going to be like, okay, great. It's like that. Remember how they tried to make the Day 1 edition? And that worked on me. Like, I bought all the Day 1, the stuff that said Day 1 on it. I bought all that shit.
So did
right?
I had the Day 1, and actually, believe it or not,
I bought the Day 1 gold as well, with it said Day 1 on there with the
I did
card.
not get that one, but hear me out. I got the Day 1 edition, and then when I turned in my Day 1 edition for the S, I happened to have, because I picked up a different controller that was of the the regular black one, and I put that one in there, and I kept the Day 1 controller. So I still have the controller that says Day 1 edition when I returned the actual, because the Day 1 console didn't have anything on it. So, I mean, I'll give you that. At least this time they inscribed it into the actual console. So there's something to be said for that.
Yeah,
but yeah. Listen, better days are coming to Xbox Triggered. He sounded like he was calling from
he
the edge
did.
of a
Like,
cliff.
damn, man. I hope
Yeah.
some of these other people are a little bit more cheery because I'm tired of being the cheery motherfucker around here.
Yeah.
So
When Crap's your only cheerleader, you're in trouble, folks. Okay.
Como esta? Oh, someone said they need a como estás, bitches. Como estás, bitches? El Crab Gamer here. What's up?
You sound more Spanish than the guy that Jay's gonna go see tomorrow in Boston. Yeah.
Yeah. Who do we got on deck?
estás, bitches?
That's great. Can we get another call before?
Yeah. Let's get Xbox One 4K.
Telemundo.
Hey Much and Crap, this is Xbox One 4K from Anaheim, California. I just want to talk to you about the problem that I noticed this generation. I think that Phil is a nice guy, but I think he's really bending over backwards for everybody and doing the whole kumbaya, and it's not really helping the brand. Back in the 360 days, Matrix had a parity clause in place, so developers were forced to make the games for Xbox and PS3 at the same time. Phil removed it because of pressure from indies, and now Xbox has become a second-class console for third parties.
Well said.
Like games like Nier, Hellblade, Lawbreakers. They shouldn't be console exclusive on the PS4. They should have been multi-plats. Pretty good examples are also The Witness and Rocket League for this problem. I remember last generation we got games like Bayonetta, Nier, same day as the PS3 because of that parity clause, and it didn't matter if 360 was doing like shit in Japan. We still got the games because developers were working harder to bring home the bacon. They want to get those sales. So anyway, I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. And you guys, thank you for your show. Have a nice day. Bye.
Damn, Juan, that
Wow.
hits you right there, right? Because he's right. Look, whoever it
Very
is
right.
that Microsoft has that's supposed to be the third-party liaison, they're doing a piss-poor job as well. Hashtag fire them too.
Well, I will say this much, though. Xbox One is right, though, Crap. That was Phil that removed that parity clause. And I remember when that was a big thing at the beginning of this, when Sony was the kings and the princes of indies, and some of those loud indie developers that were making like Octodad, now that we call it Octo Who Gives a Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a list. That was a list war game, though. So
yeah, that was when they were like, well, we don't want to make it for Xbox because there's a parity clause and this other nonsense. And now this is the effect of it. They got Phil to take his force field down, and then they attacked him. And this is what he got.
100%. I agree 100% with you. M&C Mornings or M&C Evenings. What's up?
Okay.
Hey now.
Hey. What's up? How you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Moshi Moshi.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. Hey, Mooch Crap. Eva in the bunker here. Yippee-ki-yay. Gamescom is here. Listen, guys, I heard your ranting and raving on Xbox Nation. I thought it was funny. I actually agree with a lot of what Mooch said. Who gives a fuck about day one console, I couldn't give a shit. I had a day one original Xbox and the goddamn thing broke after 7 months. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go on a bit of a rant and rave here, guys. At the end of the day, right, Mr. Spencer's, like I said a few weeks ago, he's the head, he's top of the mountain here. He's in charge of everything. And I don't care about his under siblings or whatever you call them. He's got to get his house in order, If he's going to rely on third parties, then he's got to start doing some backtracking and start getting some third-party deals, because Sony are wiping the floor with Xbox at the moment, and, it's getting beyond a joke now. It really is. And by the way, what has happened to the first party? I mean, they created a fantastic console. This concept came about, I think, 3 years ago. Why were they not putting first-party stuff in place at that time? I mean, come on, Phil, sort this shit out, boy. Come on. Us Xbox guys, we all stick with it, right? And at the end of the day, we love Xbox, but there's got to be a point there's got to be a point when it comes to you have got to sort your own house out and give something to the fans. And I don't just mean a brand new console. We need games for this console, a variety of games, not just, you know, the traditional Halos, Gears of this world and all that sort of thing, which we all love. But I'll tell you what, the Crackdown thing, you know, that was never going to sell consoles anyway, but it would have been great to bring it home with the console, you know. And I agree with you, Mooch. I'm a Moochaholic. At the end of the day, you're right, Mooch. He's got to get his house in order. Simple as, all right? So, peace out. Happy days.
Happy days.
My buddy. He is hysterical. I love that name. Yeah. Listen, you know, the thing is this. He's spot on, too. Look, I'm not going to go on the harp because I talked to a lot of people after Crossfire. Look, it's not raining on the parade. It's nice. It is nice. But it's equivalent to like what Crap was saying, you know, with the dentist. The other thing, it's just like when you were a kid and you're like, I got this thing, you know, your parents sit you all up, you go to your aunt's house and you find out that this special thing that they have is apple pie at the end of the dinner. That's not special. That's not what you wanted. This is just nothing that gets anybody excited. A free game. You know what I actually thought? Let me tell you something, Crap. I mentioned it once and then I didn't mention it again. I thought a great gift. That was Boom's, the one with the Gears, Halo, or Forza. My idea was if you were a pre-order, or, you know, not just pre-order, excuse me. If you were a day one buyer, and that usually goes for about 3 days, they count it for, whatever it is, you would get Crackdown 3 free when it launched. Because that's no harm, no foul, right? Yeah. It doesn't take away from all the people that aren't going to go buy the X. It's a gift to the people that went out there, the hardcore people that went and bought this thing up and knocked all their numbers right out of the park the first month. You know what I mean? That's who you reward. That's a surprise. That's a gift. That's what you give to people that have been here through the thick and the thin of it for 3 years while the media, neighbors, your boss at work, anybody you happen to know has been busting your balls because you're an Xbox fan. That's what you do. You don't give them some Project Scorpio. That's nice, but I'd rather just get a Project Scorpio keychain in the box and not it labeled permanently on my box. I don't get that because that's not what it's called. You know what I mean? It's just not.
Yeah. You know what they should do? They should bundle that thing digital with some digital games that are getting 4K updates.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't cost them anything. Throw in Halo 5 and Gears 4. You know what I mean? Those games are going to be 4K.
And it doesn't cost Microsoft anything.
Exactly, because it's digital. So it's not going to cost, and you're going to get more players on those games. A guarantee. You know, so like,
and that's my point. So anyone that's going to enjoy the insignia, enjoy it. I'm not going to bash that. I'm just saying I thought it should have been something else.
Somebody from Microsoft is listening to the show right now taking notes because it seems like whenever we come up with ideas, they use them. They do. Like, you got to get the point across that this game is going to look better on even 1080p screens, and now they're advertising that. They got to advertise on other things. Now they got those puke green Doritos that look gross, but still advertising, right? I mean,
that's
come
fine.
on.
Listen, I'm not going to bust that. That's fine. Green Doritos, green Taco Bell kits. I don't care what they do. You know, Mountain Dew, get back on Mountain Dew. Just stay with the green theme. It works. It gets the attention out there. And that's the problem, man. There's just so many groups, right? What do we keep saying? We're like, oh, first party, second party's not doing their job. Phil's made some, unwise decisions with that parity clause. Maybe somebody at third party needs to lock stuff down. What's going on with Xbox marketing? It just seems like everything's all fucked up. I don't know. I mean, I could be the only one that says that. And it's not the rain on the parade because I'm actually pretty goddamn pumped about tomorrow. But I mean, I just wish that, because here's the problem, guys. I'm seeing a very powerful box in our future. And I'm not seeing anything to play on it, except for Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2, which, no offense, I love State of Decay 2, but State of Decay 2, for me personally, that's a AA game, Crap.
And no, it's a AAA, full on, man. Using Unreal Engine 4, they've got
I don't know
they've got a big staff of well over 100 working on it now. It's been in development for years.
Okay.
It's a AAA, man.
I hope so.
Sea of Thieves is AAA as well. Now,
Yes,
I'd agree.
is.
Like ReCore, that's a AA. Like State of Decay 2 is going to cost the full $60. You know, the original one was a AA, and that cost like $30 or something.
Yeah, $30. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this one's going to be a little bit different to that. Everybody, hit that like button. If you guys want to call in on Skype, we are live. It's opened, so you can call us MC Space Mornings. Yo, Frost Eclipse, someone from Microsoft is taking notes. Are you not familiar with sarcasm, dude?
Yeah, no.
Like, I love it. I love it when the people like try to call me out on something, but then they don't realize that I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, like, oh yeah, you think people listen to you, dude? I don't care if they listen to me or not.
We don't care, man.
It's kind of an in joke because it does seem like when we come up with stuff that Microsoft will do it within the next couple months. So, and we have had actually, I don't really think that they do listen to us, but I know for a fact that we've had people like Mike Ibarra on your podcast before, and different people. So, they could be fans. You never know. That's the point. But realistically, it's an in joke that kind of we were talking about on Crossfire about the W-2s and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
everybody in the chat, you are a Microsoft employee. Whatever you write down, it may come to fruition. We'll see.
Exactly, 100%. Who do we got on deck?
We have the Zombie Killer.
Okay.
Hello, M&C Mornings. It's Mr. Zombie Killer, and I'm back. I know everyone's disappointed about Crackdown 3, but I actually think it was a great idea, or a good thing that this happened, because it would have been Titanfall 2'd this November, and it would have made the I don't know, made it look bad because the game didn't do as well. I don't know. But I think Crap Gamer is definitely right on this from Xbox Nation yesterday, and what he said on Twitter. You have 1,000 games coming out this fall, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I want Crackdown 3." Well, it's okay because we have 1,000 games. It feels like we have this fall, and if you really have the time to play all of them, and to cry about Crackdown 3 is just stupid. But I think it'll be better this April or May when it releases, because you'll have time and there'll be less games. And definitely what Mooch said about firing, or the firing of someone needs to go, and I think Shannon does.
Yeah, Mooch completely said that.
Gamescom is tomorrow, and how are you guys? What do you guys think is gonna happen? And do you think it's gonna be good now that Crackdown 3's out? Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen. What are they gonna show besides Cuphead and Crash Bandicoot, or some other games coming out? They better do some surprises, because I don't know what you're gonna have now. Because it's like bringing up Crackdown 3 is gonna be awkward, and PUBG. I mean, that's it. PUBG. I don't know if they are locking it down, because apparently it might be coming to PlayStation after Xbox, so they better. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy Gamescom. And SummerSlam 2 is coming. Do that stuff. So you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy your Sunday.
Is he a crapaholic?
He's got to be a crapaholic.
He's got to be a crapaholic.
And thank you for the amazing graphic for making my awesome Xbox Gamer pick. If you didn't see on Twitter, it's awesome.
Well, there you go.
Go try out Xbox Gamer picks, because it is great. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, you did a good job on that, apparently.
See, I don't even have to plug my own shit. I got my own fans.
That's right.
Yeah, you got Jay-aholics or whatever. The J-Dubbies, yes.
The J-Dubbies. Listen, he's not. He made a good point. When are we going to see this X thing shown tomorrow? Super Lucky's Tale? It is what
They're going to show
man.
Crackdown 3. They're still going to have to show some kind of...
Are they going to show Crackdown 3?
Yeah. They said they're going to have...
pour salt on a wound?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, look at what they're doing, right? They have the worst timing ever. So, hey, let's announce They should have shown off something Crackdown 3, right? They should have showed the Destruction multiplayer, and then afterwards announced that it was delayed, right? That, to me, wouldn't that have made more sense?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think tomorrow they should show the multiplayer. I want to see the multiplayer. Yeah, I want to see all that, right?
But don't you think they should have held off on announcing the delay until after they showed the kick-ass multiplayer again?
Think about it this way, Crap. I know where you're going, and we're playing Monday Morning Quarterback right now, but I don't know if you'd want to get the crowd that amped, leave the stage, and then 24 hours later be like, and pull the rug out. I don't think that would go over very well. I think it's better going into it this way and let the machine be the star of the show, which is what they're saying right now, right? The hardware is the star of the show. Well, I'm just saying, if you saw the multiplayer and you were wowed and you're like, oh my God, this is actually what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be so great. And then on Monday, they're like, by the way, Crackdown 3 coming in 2018. And you're like, oh, that sucks. I got all amped for 24 hours. I don't know. I think in hindsight.
That, my friend, is a you problem.
Luke, you're 100% correct.
Yeah. Mooch is all. Of course, Mooch would agree with Mooch. He's Mooch.
Why not? Right. Well, listen, the guy Frosty Club, he's actually trying to make Frost. What I'm saying
is he's not. He's a troll.
He's a troll. But he said, would you still endorse Microsoft? Which I don't know why he said that. If they got PUBG as an exclusive, I said yes. He goes, why do you care about sales? I don't give a rat's ass about their sales. But what I'm saying is this is a talk show about basically How is it that Microsoft, at this point, the subject this week has been what's going wrong? How can they better themselves? And the way they can better themselves is grabbing something that's a bona fide winner in PUBG. Every single week, it's going up by 200,000 people purchasing it. It's up to 7 million plus. It's just an amazing number of people growing in allegiance to that brand.
Well,
why wouldn't you want to scoop that up? It's an indie developer.
Here's the thing, right? This is what I'll say. I'm an Xbox supporter, meaning that I want the Xbox brand to survive and flourish. And for it to do that, they need to make some headway. You attract developers by selling consoles. And so if you have the only console that has this phenomenal game, that's this phenomenon, and people are going out and supporting this thing and buying the console for the game, the more consoles that the X sells, the more developers are going to be willing to support it, and the more Microsoft is going to be willing to.
Developers,
yes.
developers,
yes.
developers,
yes.
developers,
Say it.
developers,
Yes. Say it.
developers,
Yes.
developers,
Yes.
developers,
Yeah.
developers, 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 developers.
Yes, I love Bomber, man.
I know.
Man, I would love to jump across the stage.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever seen that, it's on YouTube. Like, you can look up Steve Ballmer's developer rant. That dude's sweating his ass off, just developer. Yeah, I mean I would love to go to war for a guy like that.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
That's probably the whole problem with what we're having with Xbox is shit rolls downhill.
Yeah.
And I think it starts with Satya Nadella. There's a lot of rumors that you can see the way he talks about products and stuff. He shows up to the Xbox branch never, and doesn't talk about it ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think he cares. And I think that's why Phil and company have such leniency in their office, because they're never under the microscope. As long as they stay even or make $1, nobody bothers that department. I don't know. I could be wrong. Here I am sitting in New York. I don't know. It's just an educated guess. I have no clue. But yeah, I don't know. Let's take another voicemail because, but great.
We got 1 million of
so
them.
far.
Yeah,
we do have 1 million to go through.
Who do we got, Jay? Greg D. That's what he's gonna say. Or he could be. He might be taking a live call right now. So that's
could be.
Expect the bat signal.
There was a few people that were saying what's the call in. So
he could be. So So anyway, we've got Gamescom tomorrow. They're gonna announce that huge surprise.
Crap! Did you hear about what's going on? I did read today that there was. I missed the tweet, but GameStop said something about a trade-in.
I didn't see that, man. I've been gone all day, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. M&C Mornings, what's up? M&C Evenings, what's up?
What?
Hey, Mooch and Crap and J-Dub. How's your evening going? This is Yahweh Wee from Xbox Live. I got a question for Mooch, and I got a question for Crap. Mooch first. Mooch, when they announced the Xbox One X, he was talking about VR coming to it. Do you think Microsoft has backed off on VR since they've seen the only person that bought it for Sony is on Crap Gamer?
Mooch has it
let's
too.
Be serious. The only thing that's really going to move VR is the porn industry. Nobody's playing those shitty games anyway.
You're right.
And Crap, here's your question. My mom always told me to not sit close to the TV because you'll go blind. And she also told me not to jack off because I'll go blind. Now you got people with these VR headsets watching porn on them, jacking off with the screen on their face. I want to know, does this really strain your eyes? And one more question. Have you ever tried the porn? Every crapaholic, moochaholic, and JW wants to know if you tried porn and how is it. Thank you.
Let me answer the first. The first question was a little bit more serious. He says basically VR was mentioned when they talked about Scorpio and its capabilities and this and that, and now they have backed off. Phil has said during his the Giant Bomb interview that he feels that VR is not there yet, and I gotta say I totally agree with him. There's a disconnect. It's buggy. It's glitchy. You're not really walking around. Phil's main concern was you need to be able to be mobile for it to feel real, and he couldn't be more right. The one thing about PSVR is you've got these cables hanging from you, and if you just happen to go a little too far to the left or a little too far to the right, you either get tangled or you lose the connectivity with the camera. It's a mess. I understand what Crap's saying. I get the novelty of the experience, but it's nothing more than a carnival ride. You go on your favorite carnival ride, whether it be the scrambler or the thing you stick to the wall when it spins too fast. After you've been on it 2 or 3 times, you're like, no, I'm good. Thanks. No, I did that earlier. I'm good. And someone hands you a ticket and you're like, no, you missed it. I'm good. So the problem is that, it's like, it's the same thing here. Like someone's like, come on, Mooch, try it out again. I'm like, no, I've been doing it. I did it.
Mooch is coming around. Mooch is coming around the VR.
I'm not coming around.
Yeah, I got a feeling you are, man. You have one.
Listen, I do have one. I will say this much. The game that I am waiting for is Doom VR.
Yeah.
That game may, okay, in quotes, italics and underlined, may change my mind on whether or not this thing is actually worth it. I think if Doom is done right, Doom is actually the game that I am most anticipating playing the minute I'm hoping Doom is 4K ready the minute I get home on November 7th, because that's the game I'm popping in first, probably.
Yeah, I heard it's going to get an update as well, but for me, I don't know if he was 100% serious with that, but no, I haven't used VR for that. Like that, I don't know. That's, that's not my bag, baby. You know what I mean? That's not like Austin Powers ish. That's not my bag.
Not my bag,
that's
baby.
not my bag, baby. No,
that's
it's
my
not,
mojo, baby.
Yeah, that's my exactly. M&C Mornings, what's up? How the hell are you?
Hello, Mooch and Crap. This is Sir X-Man, and a couple of weeks ago, sorry about that, I forgot to buy my New York Mooch coffee. That's why I was like half groggy when I wanted to make my statement. But I have something to ask you guys. With all the original IP that Microsoft has and all the money they have made with the Xbox, billions of dollars, why can't they invest in the great IPs from the past, like such as Microsoft, PGR? They can spend the money to get the rights for a lot of games to become backwards compatible. So why can't they spend the money to get the rights for a lot of those older games? We had some great games back then, like Jade Empire, even KOTOR. We could have had KOTOR. Big had KOTOR remastered, or the new version of it, number 3 or whatever. I just wanted your opinion on that. And if Mooch becomes president, everybody gets an Xbox. If Crap becomes president, we all get VRs. So somebody's got to make a choice, and I don't want a VR. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Listen, I wouldn't get everybody VR. Everybody would get Xboxes, but they'd all they'd be special edition Xboxes, folks. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not a crook. Yes, thank you guys. Vote Crap next fucking 3 years from now. So yes. Xbox in every home.
Xbox does have a lot of purchased IP that they don't use. Again, that's something that they don't have to go out and buy. They don't have to go back to the drawing board for a story. They've got a base story in some of these games. You've said Perfect Dark, Crap.
Yeah.
But nothing is coming to fruition at all. There's nothing. And there's nothing coming down the pipe for as far as we can see. And I know they're going to show us something. Phil's going to have to completely go against his words and show us everything next E3 that's coming out for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, why don't you guys hit that like button, get us over that 200 hump for this awesome Saturday night edition of M&C Mornings. So to anybody that doesn't realize, what happened is last time that we weren't able to make M&C Mornings, we pre-recorded it and people complained. So we're like, hey, what can we do? We can either pre-record it or we can go live a day before. So we're like, we'll go live in the evenings. Give people a special treat that maybe can't watch it or doesn't catch it early in the morning. Maybe the West Coasters. So hopefully you guys can, hit that like button and enjoy it. We'll try. Yeah. Look, we're getting a lot of calls today. That's awesome.
Yes. Well, I think people are they want to talk about this.
Yeah. M&C Mornings on an evening. What's up?
Hey, what up, Mooch and Crap? Before I get to my point today, I just want to say that, it sucks getting bad news when it comes to Xbox, because it's like everybody wants you to be miserable about it. So when you speak up about the negativity, they say things like, oh yeah, finally you're not damage controlling. When it's not damage controlling, you're just speaking up. So, and I'm not someone who's prone to go to the extreme, so I don't look at this the way the media did of, maybe the Xbox, or maybe Microsoft should show the Xbox division. Even though, there's way more hype infinitely more talk and excitement towards the Xbox One, the Xbox One X. Now, to my main point, you know what all successful people have in common? It's not that they were just like brilliant all the time. They surrounded themselves with people who could do what they couldn't. So you had the visionary who surrounded himself with the engineer to build his product, or the techie who surrounded himself with the savvy businessman to sell it. My point being is that Phil has some strengths. Oddly enough, it's been the hardware. You know, the S was a beautiful redesign. The Xbox One X is the most powerful console. But he has some glaring weaknesses. And even if it isn't his fault per se, the actions of Shannon Lofton is going to reflect on him. Yeah. So what he needs to do is basically set himself up with people who does what he isn't doing well at, and that is the first and third party games in the marketing. Anyway, so you know, I wasn't expecting the call at 6 p.m. almost 7 on a Saturday. So you guys enjoy your weekend. Colin, Cowhead, Chris, Conrad, Cornelius.
Cornelius. Well, you know what's funny is, like the chat is really kind of giving it to him. He's like, he sounds scared. He's this. He's that.
He's out of breath.
He's out of breath. He's like doing a workout or something. I don't know, man.
That's
like,
how. Is it Calvin or Calvin?
Colvin.
Okay.
Colvin, I think.
I think it's Calvin.
It's Colin.
Oh, it is
Colin. Gotcha. Okay.
I
well,
can't remember his name.
Yeah. Thanks for calling us in, Colin.
He is a great addition to the show.
Yeah,
I think absolutely. I remind you guys of his name every week.
He says 8 names on the way out, and I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's why, because he intentionally gives us different names, and it's kind of odd.
Does throw it off.
Yeah, it is a little bit odd. J-Dubs, who do we got on deck?
We've got Greg D.
Greg D.
Morning, Mooch. Morning, Crap. Morning, Jay. Morning, M&C World. How's everybody out there doing? Me, I'm kind of under the weather, but let me get straight to the point. I was anticipating Crackdown. And I asked you guys last week, where was it? Because it wasn't popping up in the marketplace to be pre-ordered. I guess I found out why it wasn't fucking there. So my question is now, what can Microsoft do in the immediate time, like by GamesCom, that they can announce besides PUBG, because if PUBG gets the exclusive or not, but what can they do right now to give us some good press? Because everybody's on this Crackdown delay crap. Whether it's a good thing or bad thing, I don't see the problem with it if we get a better product. Now, if we get a shit product, then there's a big problem. But besides that, that's just my question, guys, which again is, what can Microsoft do in the immediate time to give us some positive press and just keep us happy? Because right now, when I was buying my eggs, I was hoping to be able to pop in Crackdown. Now I don't get to do that. Now I get to play fucking Conker's little brother, Lucky's Tale. But it's all good. You guys have a good one. I'm out.
No, he makes a good point. I think a lot of us felt that way, man. That's the thing, Greg. We all wanted to kind of come home and jam out to Crackdown. Not that it was going to be the say-all, end-all as far as the power. It wasn't going to show you the power of the X, but at the same time, it was something to look forward to. But I don't know. I think what they can do to better themselves is, like I said, is lock down something like PUBG. You know, or do something do something on your console that makes it so that the
do
people
anything.
buying, do anything, do something on the console, right?
Act like you give a damn. Hashtag Fire Shannon.
Lock down exclusive content.
You heard Mooch say it. You heard the guy call him out for it.
Yeah, that's right. Whatever Crap says, I get in trouble for.
Yeah.
But it's fine. My whole thing is that I just don't. I think they need to either lock down a third party deal. Who knows? Maybe at Gamescom. I don't know why this would happen. Maybe we'll see the new Rise of the Tomb Raider, and maybe there'll be some exclusivity with it, Crap.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
it's
would
feasible.
Be cool. Yeah, like I don't see why not.
They did it 2 or 3 years ago with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like that would be a smart thing.
Like there really has to be at least one
Megaton!
Yes.
At the very least.
At the very least, we need one. At least one.
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't know if we're going to get that, to be honest with you, Crap. I think this is just going to be a show of, everybody coming out and high-fiving each other and being like, aren't you excited? We're excited. Aren't you excited? We're excited. I mean, look at the people that are on the plane going over there. Isn't it like Stein and his gang of happy dwarfs? I mean, there's nobody going over. Mikey Barr is going to be there, but I don't know if Mike's going to present. I hope he does.
Maybe. Well, I know. I don't think Larry Herb is there, right?
Well, you said Larry's not there. I thought he was. I haven't seen him tweet anything out.
He might be. I don't know.
Phil's not there, so you're not going to get anything that's an actual megaton.
Yeah, unless they let AC Bongos do it or Graham Boyd.
Well, here's the thing: when they did mention Rise of the Tomb Raider, well, no, Phil was there for that.
Yeah,
Phil was there for Rise of the Tomb Raider. So I don't know. It's hard to actually say.
Maybe they'll be partnered with it, but unless you're getting specific stuff, you're not really like it doesn't really matter to me. You know what I mean? Like people like getting map packs early or some kind of skin. You know, get the green Xbox skin. Like that's what people want.
Yeah, Jesse Murad in the chat said something that's right. He's like, just show us what's in the works. Most people don't care if you show stuff too early. He's kind of right. And here's the thing: how many times have you guys gone to the movie theater, seen the coming attractions, and then like a year later you see the coming attraction, but a little bit more, and you're like, what the hell happened to that movie? You know what I mean? But at the same time, you were excited when you saw it, and when people were like, hey, did you see anything cool? Yeah, this movie's coming out.
You know what they need? You know what they should do? Just do what Nintendo did when they showed off that they're working on a new Metroid, right? It's like a little business. It's like a little fucking like card.
It was
in production
card. Yeah,
in production. Metroid. This is what they should do. In production. 2 new IP made by 2 new studios that you've never heard of because we've just made them. Coming soon. You know, like
and everybody shit themselves. Yeah, I mean, that's how you go about it. This isn't rocket science.
That's exactly what Microsoft. That's exactly what Microsoft needs to do. Get people hyped up. I know Phil got burned in the ass by announcing some of those other games.
Well, you got hurt real bad
early.
this generation. You got hurt by Scalebound. You got hurt by Fable Legends. He got hurt by Phantom Dust. And now he's getting burned internally with Crackdown.
Yeah, exactly. And that's his. Well, unfortunately, whose baby is that? Is that his? I mean, he obviously started that up.
Listen, I understand that you're saying that they subbed it out, but it's still first-party studio.
Yeah.
It's Microsoft
well, look,
Studios,
that's a big
isn't it?
problem, though, right? Like, when you're doing a game like Crackdown, to me, deserves better than to switch around the studios like they've been doing. Like, the original studio that did the first one did a good job, but then they were in such a hurry, and they don't own that studio, that studio was busy for the second one, so they did a different studio did the second one, and it sucked. Or it wasn't as good. I don't think it sucked, but it wasn't nearly as good, and people didn't like it.
Keon Dupree in the chat says, I heard we're getting 2 new IPs tomorrow. Here's the thing, Keon. I don't think that's true, but let me say this much. Let me just roll with you here for a minute, because I kind of like what you're thinking about and what you're saying. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Phil's got to go into his IP war chest and pull something out and be like, listen, if we don't show something that is rewarding to say, like, get the X and this is coming. When? Don't worry about it. But it's coming.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. But I think, we need to get something out of the war chest tomorrow.
Dude, they need to do something, man. They gotta get somebody to do some abracadabra bullshit, because people, you know, they want to be excited for something, and they aren't right now. So I don't think the X is gonna do it alone. You got to give them a game to get excited about. Like, damn, I can't wait to see that shit on the X, even if it's not for 2 years. You know, you got to give people
fine.
something.
They don't listen. Nobody knows and nobody cares. The game that they show, it can come out in 6 months or it can come out in 6 years. Nobody knows. So who cares? You know, my whole point is, like, just show us something. Why would we? Because here's the thing, guys. If you're a Sea of Thieves fan or a Crackdown fan or a State of Decay fan, your enthusiasm, I think you used the term here, is fatigue.
Yeah.
Right? Those games, we know they're coming. We've seen so much of it. There's been an alpha out for Sea of Thieves for like a year. Like, everyone's already bored of it. Like, so we need some new stuff. What's coming down the pipe? Give us a little bit more and show us what you got, Phil. Even if it's a 3-minute, this is only going to be an hour show tomorrow, 45 minutes. I don't think it's going to be more than an hour. So, I mean, an hour and a half is E3. I don't see GamesCom being an hour and a half, 2 hours. I just don't see it. So, an hour, you could take 2 or 3 IPs, 5-6 minutes a piece, and make a fucking CGI and just put coming soon. Nobody knows what that means, and we can't hold it to you. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think you need to do something. Something needs to happen.
Yeah, something big needs to happen, because, like I said, people lose a little bit of that hype factor and things like that. I hope they do something, because look, like Sony or not, they did the E3, even though that was like fucking Speedy McSpeederspin fucking E3, right? Like, hey, let's try to get we got some guys hanging from the rafters, and we're gonna show you this and the same shit we did last year, and we're out. Yeah,
peace.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like see ya.
Peace. We're in first place. Peace.
Yeah. Then they're not doing
All right,
Gamescom. They're going to do the Paris Games Week or whatever, where they're going to do a quick presentation or whatever. But again, is that ever like a huge deal or something big? I don't really know that it is. You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do with that? I'm not really sure. Are they going to just show more of the same shit? Are they going to show off a couple more indies? Maybe they're going to save that Sucker Punch IP for that, because we know Sucker Punch has something. But I can tell you this much. I can already see Xbox fans losing their shit if Sucker Punch shows off a new IP, right? Like, look, Sucker Punch is doing another new IP. Split 343 immediately. We need them to work on new IP. It worked for this group, and it worked for this group, and they changed, and they're doing this, not realizing that nobody bought Sucker Punch's last IP, which was that damn what the hell is that game that they made? Infamous Second Son. That game sold piss poor, and and then they did a standalone after that. So, yeah, of course they're going to change it up.
Sony's made a couple of games where they knew what they were doing, in the sense they made beautiful games with no substance, okay? Infamous Second Son, Horizon. People, and even people that say they like Horizon, you should hear them explain how they like it. Within 4 or 5 words, they start getting tongue-tied. They're like, well, it was just such a vast... it was a world. It was a vast world. Yeah, continue. What else did you like about it? I mean, there was a dinosaur. It was like a dinosaur and a toaster together, and I hid in grass. It was tall grass, and it moved. It moved, and I'm like, all right, we're done. Just stop it. You enjoyed it. Good for you. But I mean, like, the whole thing is that, like, they made some beautiful games with no substance. Yeah, and maybe Microsoft should do that. Make some gorgeous games with little substance and spit it out there and see what happens. I don't know. But here's the thing that Horizon did right. They made it a hell of an RPG, right? I mean, it was a really good crafting system. The shooting, the mechanics were crisp, but the story sucked.
Yeah.
Leave it to Guerrilla Games to just keep up the old good work they do.
Yeah,
they make a pretty game with a terrible story.
It is. That's 100% true. And even the gameplay in Horizon was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm not even, 1886 is the same thing. Again, no substance, but it was a good-looking game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a damn pretty game, but it's like that supermodel, man. After you get done banging her, what are you gonna do? You're gonna talk to her, and you find out she's stupid.
You ever see Entourage on HBO?
No.
The whole show is models. Okay, nobody's gonna tell the model to leave. Is my point, crap. So when 1886 comes up, even after you bash it, somebody in the room's like, "Hey, look good though," and you're like, "Yep."
Yeah,
it's hard to argue
that's
that.
Great. Yep.
But I mean,
that's good. But
that's the thing. It's what keeps it in contention.
Exactly. Like 100%. Who we got on deck?
Yeah,
J Dubs. Dubs.
Dubby Dub.
Dubs.
We've got Raphael.
Oh, a Ninja Turtle.
Raphael.
Let's go.
To the Hashi.
Hello, Mooch Crap, J Dubs. This is Raphael, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not a Ninja Turtles. Sorry about that. I'm leaving another message this week, and I forgot to say last week, Crapaholics for life.
Hell yeah.
So my question is more directed towards Mooch, because he's the one that dealt with the situation last week and spoke about it, but also for Crap. Mooch, how can you be not upset about the microtransaction in Shadow and Mordor? I mean, I know your argument. You're saying that it's completely optional, you don't have to do it, and the cost of gaming has not raised in the past decade, so, I mean, it makes sense. But let me tell you why you're wrong. Number one, the cost of gaming. I mean, 50% of sales are digital, and we're still paying $60 for digital games, which cost less than physical. So, I mean, they are getting an up in revenue right there. And secondly, yes, it's a single-player game, and it's not mandatory. But think about it: they're planning to make money on this, and the only way they have to actually make these microtransactions palatable to the customer and make them want them to buy it is to slow down the progress of the game, make you fight against the RNG much harder. I mean, you don't know whether or not they are slowing this progress to actually make you want to buy the microtransactions and to spend real money on this. But let me put it to you in a way that it's probably more familiar to like Destiny. Remember how the loot was handled originally at the very beginning? You would get your purple and blue engrams, you will bring them back to the Cryptarch, and then you had an extra chance of them being downgraded one step, so you get a purple, but you will get only a blue weapon. So imagine that they changed the loot in Destiny 2 to what it was in Destiny 1 at the very beginning, and then they told you, well, yes, you have this chance of not getting your purple weapons when you bring the engrams to the Cryptarch, but hey, if you buy our purple pack microtransaction for $5.99, you're guaranteed to get 3 purple engrams for each one you buy. Wouldn't that rub you the wrong way? Of course it would. This is what could happen, not this openly, with Shadow of War. You could be slowed down in the RNG department on the rooms, on the weapons, and the orcs and Urukai warriors you might get. But hey, if you buy our legendary packs, you're sure to get them right away and everything. I mean, this is just utter and complete bullshit for a game that is $60. There's no way this is kosher, and I'm sorry, but they're trying to make money off of this, so I know for a fact that they're going to at least skew the numbers in their favor to make sure that people might want to buy them. Now, if it was a game like Halo 5, I would understand completely. It's multiplayer, and nobody has ever said that they don't feel like they're getting enough. But, I mean, we don't have a certainty for this one. Anyway, that's my question. Why aren't you more upset about this situation? You as well, Crap. And have a nice rest of your Sunday, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, Crap. I don't know. I don't. The microtransactions. I still don't get the actual multiplayer of Shadow of War. I don't think that's.
I'm not going to play the multiplayer. So for me, like that stuff is pointless. The microtransactions for the single player, I don't particularly care. I know, like if you feel that strong about it, man, avoid it. Vote with your wallet. You know what I mean? Just for me personally, it's not something that I care about. Like if you feel strongly about it, I always say people should just like vote with their wallet no matter what it is.
Right.
So if you feel that strongly about it, avoid it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a 10-minute question with a 30-second answer. It's just I don't particularly care that there's microtransactions in any game have never affected me. Just don't buy them. I mean, I play Gears 4 every day, and when you go to buy those packs, there's $2 packs, $7 packs, there's $99 packs, which they don't make you. Yes, I understand they're saying in Shadow of War the microtransactions can affect the play, where in Gears it's cosmetic. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it still sucks. I mean, I've got a ton of fucking hours in Gears, and there's people who just boom hit one button and they got more shit than I do. You know what I mean? They're buying $2, $3, $99 packs and they got crazy shit. It is what it is, people. I don't know. It's kind of capitalism. You know, it's one of those things. You walk into a store with money in your pocket. They have a service. You give them money. They give you the item or the service. You leave. The store owner's happy. They have the money. You leave. You got the product or the service, and that's how capitalism works. If you're unhappy with the microtransactions, don't pay it. They don't get your money. They'll see that it's a failed system, and maybe they won't do it in the future, or they'll change things as the game progresses with an update. Yeah. Other than that, play the single player and avoid the multiplayer. There's nobody right now that can't wait. Nobody's jonesing to play Shadow of War multiplayer. So, I mean, you're not really missing out on anything. I don't know. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I need everybody to stop what they're doing and hit the like button.
If you could
proceed.
If you can please proceed to the like button.
Yes. Who do we got on deck there, J-Dubs?
We've got Dr. Doom.
Oh, Dr. Doom. He's going to have words for us, Crap.
Yo, Mooch and Crap, what's going on? Dr. Doom in the building. First and foremost, let me apologize for my call on the last show, I honestly did not think it would air, so I just kind of let off. So I do have a question, and rest assured, you can keep your Z's in your pocket. I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
Nice.
It's a three-part question. Don't get nervous. First, what do you predict for the sales of the Xbox One X within the first 1.5 to 2 years? Second, do you think the One X will outsell the Xbox One? And third, if it does happen to sell out the Xbox One, will we see Microsoft finally drop some cash on first and third-party games? That's it, guys. Have a good one.
Good
Dr.
question.
Doom, out.
Doom, good question, man. Those are all good questions. I mean, here's the thing, Crap. It's kind of crazy to say the X is going to sell 35 million, 38 million consoles, right? I mean, it's not crazy to think it, but it's a little wild to come out and say that. I think it's going to do very well. Do I think if the X does well, though, Doom? Yes, I do think that they're going to invest heavily. I think they're going to invest very heavily next year into third party. Very heavy into third party. That's what you're going to see. What Sony did this fall is what Microsoft, my prediction, will do next fall. They're going to grab up everything they can so that they can put that their console's playing 4K 30 or 4K 60, whatever they're going to be able to do. They can come out, say it, and show it. So you're going to see that next year.
Yeah, Phil needs to learn on the job. You gotta give people a reason to buy your console. Again, if there was no such thing as exclusives, why would you buy one box over the other? You'd only have one. People would just go with one, and that's not good to help the industry. That's actually bad for the industry. So, like, for the people in the chat, and I see you, why make anything exclusive? That's fanboy stuff. No, that's not fanboy stuff. That's called competition, folks.
Called business. Yeah.
Yes. If you look at it, even in the PC space, there's no real competition for Steam, right? And I don't think that's good because if you look at that, not everybody's really happy with Steam all the time. Like, there's poor support. You know what I mean? There's a lot of DRM over there as well. They got a real shitty control. I don't know. You know, like, so there needs to be competition in the console space for sure.
Right.
Especially since there's only Microsoft and Sony going at that core kind of market. They're very similar. Nintendo doesn't really count. They're doing their own thing.
Right.
God bless them. I like what they're doing too. But they're not really competing for our dollars, I don't think, so much. You know what I mean?
No, they're really not. I mean,
So,
like you
yeah.
say, the only thing we've seen from Microsoft camp in the past 12 months is, you see an Elite controller. You see that was a little longer than 12 months, but Elite controller, different color controller, custom controllers. I mean, they're not doing anything. They need to invest in third party. They've made a ton of money off these controllers. They're making a ton of money off of Live. They've got to be doing well with the EA Access. I don't know how. We haven't heard how Game Pass is doing, but I would assume Game Pass is all right.
Well, they said it was doing okay. I mean, I have it. I've used it a couple times. There's some decent games on there or whatever. So,
right.
I don't really.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't ring home with a lot of people because the people that need to know what Game Pass is, they're not advertising it to them. The only people that know about Game Pass are us, and we don't need it.
They advertise it right on the dashboard. That's all you need.
It's on the dashboard. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I think it should be on every Saturday morning cartoon should be like, hey, and this is brought to you by Xbox Game Pass, where you get 100 different games a month that you download and own in your own console for $10 a month. You can't beat that. Just something crazy before a Matchbox commercial.
Yeah.
Why not have something like that? That can't be that expensive. And you got people, then you're going to have kids running up being like, Dad, Mom, by the way, can I get this? Like, I know you guys don't want to go out and spend $60 every time I want a game, but can I get this and at least get 2 or 3 games and play it for a while? Oh, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't see why. I mean, you're talking about $110, $120 a year.
I see the Downer in the chat.
Downer's here?
Nice.
Nice.
There's Downer. He's like, Game Pass and Play Anywhere. What a joke.
No, Downer, you're not wrong, but my thing is if you want Game Pass to work, you should probably talk about it, Don't just put it on the home screen and expect Mooch and Crap to broadcast about it.
Hey, Mooch and Crap, I did buy both of those things, so yeah. Wait, no, Play Anywhere. I couldn't give two shits about Play Anywhere. That's PC nonsense. I don't, I'm not a PC dude. God bless the people that want to mess with that. Last thing I ever want to do is mess with the PC or game on a PC. So, who do we got on deck?
Actually, I'm going to try something new this week. Last time somebody called in by satellite, I copied in his IP address, and I think I can hack into his system. So,
okay, well let's see how that goes.
Jay's not going to be a dubby anymore. He's going to be Jay the hacker. Okay,
yes,
it's good. Try it out, Jay.
Xbox sucks. Crackdown 3. PS4 Pro has 8 million trillion consoles sold. Xbox has 3. Spread rumors. Oh crap. That crap gamer just crap. Go away, Sony keyboard. Don't come on here when I'm on NeoGAF. At least give me a warning when satellite feed comes in. Been trying all day trying to get a hold of you guys. M&C Mornings. Hello, everybody. This is Yoshita. You know me. I am the dictator of Sony Studios and dictator of video games in general. Whatever we do at Sony, that's what everyone should do. Go buy my PS4 Pro. So, I'm gonna make this short and sweet, okay? You guys are all freaking out about Crackdown 3. 1, 2. God dang it, why don't I have 3 fingers? Crackdown 3. You guys sad? Yoshida gets happy when Xbox fans are sad and cry on Twitter and stuff. We at Sony would never delay a game, would we, Sean Murray?
Look at that look!
Sean Murray, where you at? Sorry. Sean Murray. God damn it. Sean Murray promised me that we had multiplayer DLC on No Man's Sky. That freaking liar. Hold on, let me look. Oh, actually, he told the truth. I found another player. Hold on. Look. It's an orb. Oh my gosh, Sean Murray. You're a freaking idiot. Don't you know that Fable 2 did orbs for multiplayer like 15 years ago on Xbox 360? Jesus. You make all these damn planets that regenerate into weird ass shit. Oh my god. I'm just pissed off right now, okay? Yoshida's having a bad day. Let me just get picture pages out and draw something real fast. And I'm gonna get the hell out of here so you guys can do your gaming show, your little podcast, and say bad stuff about Yoshida as always. And you guys in chat too. Yoshida's watching you. Let's draw someone so we're not so lonely in No Man's Sky outer space. Great. Now we have a person and we have an orb. If you're lucky. Orb, let's go shoot rocks together and collect resources that make no fucking sense. Oh, okay, what else is going on in gaming news? No Crackdown. Oh, can't wait for GamesCom. Can't wait for GamesCom. Gonna make fun of you guys. Yoshida's gonna soak all this up. Told you, go buy my PS4 Pro, and just buy remasters. That's all you had to do, but don't have faith in Phil Spencer. He's the Phil Shady, the real Phil Shady. Won't you please stand up? Please stand up. Okay, goodbye, assholes. See you later. God bless Sony of America.
Whoa!
You're listening to M&C in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually, the joke's on them.
That was really great.
That was
the great Yoshida.
The great Yoshida. The great Batman Yoshida. Who's Danny Boy Yoshida.
Danny Yoshida boy.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something. It doesn't get much better than that crap. You know, it's hard to book people like that. And Jay, nice work hacking into that. That was something.
Yeah, that was very impressive on your end, Jay.
Yeah, I'm getting really good with this computer stuff.
Yeah, you. He's like, yeah, I'm really getting good with this computer stuff. That's an understatement, dude. Very good stuff. Thank you very much, Mr. Yoshita, for gracing us with your presence. Who do we got on deck, J Dubs?
We've got G-Man 1172.
That'll be good. This new caller, I think. Maybe he's called once before.
Yeah.
G-Man 1172 coming at you guys now through the power of Skype. Just got one question. What are we going to do about the gaming community? I mean gamers. Gaming community, okay? Because it's like It's like that scene from Goodfellas with all the wives in the fucking hair salon just talking crap about the ones that aren't there. Everybody hates each other for no apparent reason. Just because, oh, you like a different plastic than me. Duh. Get over it, okay? What are your thoughts? How do we solve this? How do we all grow up? How do we take off the skirts, pack up the rubber tits, and become men again? How do you do that? I'm not a mooch maniac. I'm not a crapaholic. I'm a JW. 72, signing off until next time.
Nice. Listen, here's the thing.
See, they do exist. They do exist.
They
do, yeah.
The J-Dub. Listen, here's the thing. I think he makes a good point, Crap. Here's my remedy, okay? Because a lot of people are probably shaking their heads saying it'll never end. You want that to end? Here's what it is. The media. I wish that we could all contact somehow somebody at the IGNs, the Kotakus, all those guys out there, the Polygons. They're the ones that are doing the clickbait hating. But the minute you argue with them, they're like, oh, fanboy attacking me. Well, no, we're actually discussing your fanboy headline. You made the clickbait. You made the headline. All we're doing is discussing what you're putting out that millions of people are reading. So what I would recommend, G-Man, to actually answer your question, is the media has to start with gamers or games, games or gamers. Okay? Not just somebody on a podcast like this or a show like this. That's not how it starts or it ends. We're just a product of what the media has made everybody. The media is the ones that have dictated who's the winner this year and who's not going to be the winner. If you don't believe me, go back to when Greg Miller was still with IGN and he was doing Up at Noon. When the announcement, I believe it was right after the February 20th announcement in 2013 when Sony showed it. He stood up and he does, where Greg Miller like screams and pounds the desk. He screams, he pounds the desk, he clears all the stuff off of his desk, he knocks papers, glasses, everything. And he's like, it's our time. We're back. PlayStation's on top. We're going to do it. And he went crazy. And like even some of the people that were on the set were like, Greg, calm down. And it was like, that's what I'm saying. It was like they made a decision in the media to push that agenda. And that's what you just see. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. But you got to look at all these channels right now on YouTube. They're all pro Sony. I mean, anybody can see that.
The majority are true.
The majority, the strong majority, like 92%. So I mean, it's just plain to see. So my answer to G-Man in short is, when the media changes their tone, you'll see it all flow through the gaming communities. It'll flow right through.
Yeah, exactly. And so while everybody gets us up over 250 likes, let's go ahead and get us another voicemail done. Who do we got there, J-Dubs?
We got Flemish Boy.
Alrighty. The J-Dubbies.
Hey, Crab Gamer, Mooch, and J-Dub. I want to say sorry about last week. First of all, I will not do things like that again, that I correct you on something that you said before when there was not enough information afterwards. I heard your comments while I was talking last time, so yeah, sorry about that. So can't wait for E3, for GamesCom. So I was there. So excited about the One X to get also the Crackdown multiplayer. I want to see that shit. So I got a question this week. I want to know, because I'm gonna get the One X and I'm not really into Xbox games at the moment. I have not played them. What's the best franchise, Halo or Gears? For the single player, because I love single player, so I just want to ask you guys that. What do you think is the best franchise? So bye.
I'm gonna pick Gears, just because I like them both a lot, but Gears is my favorite over Halo, just because I'm better at the multiplayer. And
I think I like Halo better, actually, and not that I don't like Gears, because I absolutely I've played every Gears and finished every Gears.
Yeah.
Something about Halo, it captures me, and I'll play it nonstop until I finish it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
And now the JWs are going to come out of the woodwork talking about Halo. You know, we love Halo. How dare you pick Gears? But I mean, I got a Gears tattoo, so yeah, it would definitely be something. I'm definitely a Gears dude. I like Gears better. I like them both. I always, I look forward to both of them. But
you have to let me. You have to let me design you the next Gears tattoo that you get.
You know what? That would probably be something that you could do, because I'm looking to expand on my Gears tattoo. I got one. I'm supposed to get another one, but I just haven't decided what yet. So
yeah, I've been meaning to get another tattoo, and I've only got one. It's something I designed more than 10 years ago. Problem with me is that I can't just go in there and have someone else's art put on my body.
Yeah,
I have to create what I want to have on my body, and nothing has lived up to to the quality that I want. So it's been a very long time for me to.
Yeah.
I've been coming up with things for the last 10 years that I've wanted, and just nothing has really kind of sparked me like the first one I did. Someday I'm not sure, and maybe it'll even be gaming related. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like gaming related ones, so I'm definitely gonna kind of expand on that a little bit.
I think Mooch has to get a giant eagle on his back.
Dude, the Philadelphia Eagles logo?
Yeah,
that would be badass,
yeah,
dude.
Philadelphia Eagles logo, being a Giants fan, that'll go over great.
Yeah,
Yes.
well.
Oh, God. Let's do another voicemail, guys.
Yes.
Sure. So we've got Diggity.
Diggity.
Who's crapping J Dubs? What's up? This is Dirk Griggity here. Yo, I know I'm in the minority, but I loved Recore. I really did love the game. I know the graphics was average. I know the the story, there was no story, but the gameplay was top notch to me. The platforming was incredible. Even though I know crap hate, like how you had to get those balls. I can't think the damn name of the balls. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to the definitive edition of Recore. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really think this game has potential to be something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But before I go, one quick question. What game, whether it's this generation or last generation, do you guys think that's super underrated? Now, I'm not saying underrated like some people say Sunset Overdrive is underrated. I'm saying underrated like nobody talks about this game. It didn't sell well. For me, that game, last generation, was definitely the Bourne Identity. I know it wasn't Matt Damon's and some douchebag walking around kicking ass, but that game was awesome. So that's a quick question I have, fellas. What's your super underrated game that no one's talking about but you love? So peace and love, fellas.
All right, man. Always good to hear Diggity.
Yes.
Here's the thing about Recore. First of all, it's so weird that game gets a definitive edition, and the definitive edition just sounds like what the game should have launched with to begin with.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if the definitive edition is going to be definitive at all, to be honest with you. I mean, what's it really getting? It's coming out next week, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming out this month. I'm not sure.
I mean, I get the whole 4K. It's getting the 4K treatment and stuff. I get that, but that's not till November. So what are we getting next week? You're getting an extra map an extra part of the game you can't get into because you don't have enough cores.
Yeah, the bot that they took out and you couldn't get into, and there's like an extra mission or something. I don't know, and a bot and a.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, if it's free and they're throwing it to people who already have it, that's fine.
Here's the thing. Let me say this, right? Out of all the Xbox exclusives this generation, like, that's the only one that I haven't been able to finish, right? Rise, I beat both Dead Risings. Crimson Dragon. What the hell was that one? Ori I didn't beat either because that shit was hard. But I at least liked that one a lot. Like, Recore... Yeah. I liked the first few hours, and then you get into that, like, find the cores. You need more cores, and it just wasn't,
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I mean, Ori was one of my favorite games. Beat that, loved it. I did not beat Recore. I've both Dead Rising 3 and Dead Rising 4. I'm like 65% through, and then I'm just like, why am I still playing? And then, there's just certain ones where I just didn't. Rise was the same thing. I got halfway through it, and I'm like,
oh, I beat the hell out of Rise.
I just didn't care for. I know everyone's on board with Rise. I'm just not. I'm not.
Matty B says that Recore is 63 Metacritic, lowest game to ever get a definitive
Right,
edition.
exactly. That's a good point.
Welcome to Shannon's first party output.
Welcome to
Welcome to the party, pal.
That's Shannon's resume.
Hey, what can we do to spice things up? We had to push back Crackdown 3. Gamers are finished with Halo Wars 2 months ago. We only got Forza left. What can we do? I don't know. Let's bring back Recore.
Bring Recore back.
Let's remaster Recore. Genius.
Why hasn't anybody come up with, like, I said this about Rise. You make Rise, you change it a little bit, right? So you change it up so it's more like demonic, and you have like a Simon Belmont type of thing. You know what I mean? Give them like a damn whip and like creatures come up from the ground. Make it more mythological. I don't know. It's got to do something. Rise just bored me to tears. But it is what it is. I think the second part of his question was, what game do you think was the biggest, like, it got no recognition but was a good game? And I'm a little stumped on that, because it almost seems like most games that get credit do deserve it most of the time, and the ones that don't, there's a main reason why. What do you think, Crap? What was one last generation or this generation you think that went under the radar but was great?
Under the radar, but was great.
See, one that I could say this generation is Doom, but now everybody's hopping on the Doom train because time's gone by and people have talked about it. But Doom, when it first came out and I was playing it, people were like, "You're playing that?" And I was like, "No, it's awesome. It's fantastic."
I remember you telling me that. Didn't you think that Resident Evil was a surprise hit too this year, or surprise, like your game of the year?
Resident Evil 7 is my game of the year this year so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where I popped it in and I didn't think it was going to be as good as it is. I just didn't think, I wasn't, everybody watched the first 20 minutes of it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was streaming it. You saw the family and how sick and demented they were and this and that. Everyone's like, oh my God, this has nothing to do with Resident Evil. Well, you got to play the game. It has a lot to do with Resident Evil, actually. And they tie it in as the game progresses. The story really opens up, but it doesn't open up for a while. That doesn't mean the game doesn't open up for a while. I mean, the story to get you into that whole Resident Evil feeling, it leaves that demented psycho house thing, and it goes back into the Resident Evil story as you progress through it, and it's awesome. It is. It's if you haven't played Resident Evil yet, folks, you really should rent it, buy it, mooch it, do what you got to do, man. It's worth your time.
Yeah. You know what I would say? Mafia 3 is maybe one of the best stories. I'm looking at the Metacritic. It's a 67 Metacritic.
Yeah.
But this is maybe one of my favorite games this generation. And I was just thinking to myself,
that's a good call, Crap.
Yeah, like Hellhammer, like I game share with him. He got Mafia 3, so it's one of those rare things. I was like, I'll try it. And I ended up loving it. I just finished up all the DLC a couple weeks ago. All that was great. The music in this game is fantastic. The story's good. It's got some bugs and stuff, but it's like there's nothing that was game-breaking or that made the game unfun. Just some weird little funny stuff once in a while. So I think that, like, much like Mass Effect Andromeda, which I just beat that the other week as well, that game had some bugs, but it was fun. It was a good story. I enjoyed it. I don't understand, like, the sheer hate that these games get.
Right.
So I would say Mafia 3 would definitely be a game that impresses the hell out of me. Which, by the way, I also started Sonic Mania. I don't know if you got that game or
I have not gotten it yet, but that is definitely on the agenda.
I've almost finished it.
Oh, dude, it is so much fun, Jay. Like,
I think I would get that before I would get Agents of Mayhem. Actually.
You think like some of the stages, right? Because they remix the stages and stuff.
And then they've added to them.
Yeah, then they add to them, and it's like you get lost sometimes. It's amazing. I got the collector's edition where Sonic's on the Genesis, and the thing was right. They were sold. Here's the funny thing, right? Like, Hellhammer pre-ordered that when that first one available. It might have been last year. And he still hasn't gotten his from Amazon. I pre-ordered mine the night before they released, and I already got mine. So yeah, so it's it's pretty damn
such a
awesome.
great game, and like for people like us who played the original, like it really brought me back to, like, the first time I played Sonic. I think I was 18. I know that kind of shows my age. But it took me back to being a kid again, and it was so much fun.
It is the really music, doesn't it? Like, I was thinking that too, right? Because the Genesis was really, like, I had an NES, and that's cool, you're a kid. But then, like, the Genesis came out, and I was getting a little bit, like, older than that.
Well,
like, let me think. The Genesis came out in '89, and I was
when you guys are done fanboying, I'm going to rain on your parade a little bit because I was an NES guy and an SNES guy. Listen, Here's the thing, guys. I actually can't believe that. I tweeted it out this morning because it impacted me this much. I actually had a good time last night. I was streaming through, and I looked at Game Informer did like a 15-minute review on Sonic Mania, and it was positive, guys. It was positive. But there was one Super Nintendo fan, because they were all like, are you Genesis or Super Nintendo growing up? And the guy from the Nintendo era was very funny. He goes, can I ask you Sonic fans a question? And he nailed it. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, that's how I feel. He goes, did you ever feel like you were going so fast that you didn't know what the fuck you were doing in Sonic? Or when you hit like a wall and you start going slow and then you got to go back 200 yards to get speed and then you go fast again and you don't know what the F's going on? Like, that's my problem with Sonic. Sonic was like, woo, 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 and like your thing's just like crazy, and then you're like, I don't know what I just did. Or you get to a point where you're walking so slow, you feel like you're doing something wrong in the game. The game, for me personally, it just didn't give me the satisfaction I got from playing Mario games. It just didn't.
I don't, dude.
It's collecting rings and bouncing off the wall. You don't know what you're doing half the time except pressing over because the screen's moving faster than the speeding bullet.
Like, here's the thing. Like, the Sonic Adventure games were like that, but not the Genesis games. I think the Genesis games were it was just fun. It was fast. They had blast processing, dude. Don't you hate on blast processing?
Blast processing.
That is amazing. That's an amazing feature that Sega invented. So yeah, I think that's something that's we can't discount the blast processing. But yeah, that game is amazing. I love it. You should get it, Mooch. It's $20. Come on.
Actually, I think isn't it less? I thought it was 15. Is it 20?
I think it's 20.
No, it's 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, it's well worth it though. I mean,
I definitely could see picking that up. It was literally gonna be that or Agents of Mayhem, because here's the thing, guys. I literally have a few hours left of Hellblade, so I'm definitely gonna wrap that up over the weekend. And then Tuesday, I'm going right into Uncharted. So maybe Sonic is the way to go, because Sonic is something you can kind of play as you know what I mean. You don't have to play it for 20 hours in a row. You can play a couple board. Does it save progress level to level, Jay?
Yes, it saves it.
It saves
you
it.
don't. Yeah, you don't have to do it manually.
The music is fantastic too. Yeah.
And what's really cool, like back in the Genesis days, Sonic was pretty linear. Like you go left to right. In this game, you go in every direction.
Dude, one of the first bosses you fight was the end boss at like Sonic 2 or something.
Yeah,
it was. I was like, holy crap!
And they even incorporated Sonic's Mean Bean Machine.
Oh, that was fucking amazing! Like you fight like one of the boss battles is you're fighting Robotnik or Eggman at a game of Mean Bean Machine, which is basically like their version of Tetris or whatever, or Puyo, whatever the hell that thing is. But it's a lot of fun. They remixed it, they changed some things up. I love it. I think it's great.
I think more people are excited about this Sonic Mania than that 3D one coming down the pipe.
Well, I think it reinvigorates people in the Sonic franchise, because Sonic has had some not so good games recently. So to see it get a really good reviewed game, that's good, because I really like Sonic Generations. I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, they did a great job with that game too. Yeah,
I had the only problem I had with Generations was the boss at the end of the game. Where you had to get the rings. Like, I found that to be a bit tedious. I never beat it. I gave up at the end because
I never finished it either. I just recently actually purchased it, and I've been playing it.
Damn, I'm not a closet Sonic dude. I'm a big Sonic fan, man. Like, people that don't know, I'm a big Dreamcast guy too. Like, I have a Dreamcast, and I love the Dreamcast, man. I love all the Genesis.
I've got 2 Dreamcasts. I've got the light gun, and I've got the keyboard, and I've got the mouse, and I've even got the HD connectors, and I've got the Chancast. I don't know if anyone knows what the Chancast is, but that basically allows you to connect it to a monitor on a computer. Yeah. And it's amazing.
Well, what's funny is early in the earlier 2000s, mid 2000s, Hellheimer used to burn Dreamcast games for us, and back in the day, that's how you could get emulators and stuff like really easy to run on Dreamcast, like Nintendo stuff. You could burn any Dreamcast game you wanted. That's how I played Skies of Arcadia, because you couldn't find that game. It was super expensive. So
amazing game.
That is a really good game.
Grandia 2. 2 of the best role-playing games I've ever played.
As long as you keep talking about Sonic, the downer is turned to a crapaholic. The minute you're done talking about Sonic, he's back to a movie.
No, the downer and me are down, man. We're cool like that, man. We're like high-fiving and stuff because we're both on the hashtag Fire Shannon boat. So
yes.
So we got that. Who do we got on deck though, J Dubs for the J Dubbies?
Yeah, we've got MM2K.
All right. All right, all right, all right.
All right.
Mooch Crap, it's your boy MM2K, proud Patreon supporter. Hey guys, I find myself calling in often needing therapy because there's a lot of shit out here that enrages me, and you guys help quote unquote sedate me. So I need some more sedation. Checks in the mail. All right, so here's the thing, guys. Crackdown 3. When that was pushed back, I was taking a nice little nap, but I was awoken by notifications on my phone from Google. These Google notifications were not from Microsoft or from the puke pundits sitting there trying to talk shit on Microsoft. They were from the Xbox community talking shit on Microsoft. And they were saying crazy shit like kids must roll, people must die, villages must burn, babies must be sold, whatever, you know. So why is that important? Next day, I am at GameStop. I'm there with a good friend of mine. He's a manager. We're talking about Xbox One X pre-orders. In walks a customer. Customer hears conversation. Customer says, you know what, I was going to order that thing too, but have you guys seen the news? It appears that Microsoft is fucking up all over the place. They've enraged their fans. They're going belly up, or there's a bunch of stuff going on. There seems to be some instability there. I don't feel comfortable pre-ordering this thing under those pretenses. I'm going to wait. Me and this manager then had to spend 15 minutes convincing this guy why everything that he heard was nothing but hyperbole and why he should still get the system. And I want to say, luckily, I think we did convince him. But here's my point. My brethren, I get it. Crackdown 3 was a disappointment when it was delayed. However, until its new date, 1, you have the most powerful console ever made coming out this year. 2, you have 15 fucking AAA titles to play on the most powerful console coming out this year. Just sit back, okay, and relax. Sip some tea. That's what I do sometimes when Crap and Mooch aren't available. Sip some fucking tea. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to go out here on the World Wide Web. That's what the WWW stands for, if you didn't know, and start getting all super hyperbolic about how Microsoft is the worst fucking thing ever, all right? Because when you do that, guess what? That affects the unaware gamer, the same guy that walked into the GameStop the other day. When the unaware gamer does not buy the Xbox One X system, guess what? They play their multiplat somewhere else. When they play their multiplat somewhere else, Microsoft doesn't get revenue. When Microsoft doesn't get revenue, guess what? You don't get the fucking games you want anyway, all right? So just put that into consideration. You have 15 AAA titles coming out until Crackdown 3 comes out. You got the most powerful system to play it on. Satya Nadella is not writing Phil Spencer a blank check. Phil is working on it. He got $2 billion, though, to invest in first-party games. They're coming. Enjoy what you got. It's okay. It is okay to enjoy your Xbox One system. So those are my thoughts. I don't know, Mooch and Crap, am I being hyperbolic, or what do you guys think about that? Please let me know, and you guys have a wonderful gaming day.
Well, I appreciate that call, and I'll tell you something. Okay, here's the thing, though, buddy. I think you've been hit with a dose of the Kumbaya candle. That's here's
you
the
said
problem.
it, buddy.
Yeah, I don't really see it that way. You know, I mean, listen, I do understand what you're saying. As far as myself personally, as a consumer, not Mooch on the air, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm very much looking forward to I told you the first game I'm going to play is Doom, but isn't that really something not good? Right? Like, why is it, like, when I got home with the Xbox One in 2013, I personally popped in Dead Rising 3 first. Like, that was the one I wanted to play the most. So you guys all know, like, I'm big into the whole Walking Dead theme and all that stuff. I thought that was just tops.
Zombies!
Yeah, zombies, I'm in. If it's zombies, I'm there. So, like, I like that kind of stuff. But, like, now I'm going to come home and play Doom. You know, I'm not going to come home. I'll own it, but I'm not going to play Super Lucky's Tale first. You know, I'm just not. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you.
Dude, it's 4K 60, bro.
Right.
Come on. You got to feel the power of the X.
But you know, I mean,
you know how much of an Xbox fan I am, man. I'm an Xbox dude, right? I'm gonna be on my 4K TV playing my 4K Xbox One X, playing Super Lucky's Tale in 4K 60 while eating 4K Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Wow.
And quite possibly it might have some Taco Bell there as well, just to mix it up.
Is an Xbox fan right there.
Yes, that's how much.
Listen,
I'm wearing an Xbox shirt that promotes myself because I only buy shirts that say Crap Gamer on there. So.
Right, and listen, I'm all about it, Crap. I'm there. I'm with you on almost all of that, you know. But what? Actually, let me ask you that question, Crap. That is a good question. What game are you popping in the minute your X is hooked
probably.
up? Okay.
Forza, and the reason is because first of all,
I might do that. I can see that being a close.
Yeah, I'm a Forza fan, but you're going to be at like the things that they're doing with that game graphically look really great.
It does look amazing.
I'm not sure that Gears is going to have the patch day one, so that's why.
Right. I'm not sure that Doom is either. I don't know. They all said that these are coming.
Yeah.
But they didn't say
who the hell knows
day and date with the console.
Good call, Matty Beast. Doritos kale chips. That fits right in with the fucking tea time.
God, that looks
and
terrible.
yeah.
Jay, what about you,
Safe
JW?
spaces.
What are you popping in first when you get home with your ex?
Halo 5.
Homer.
Halo 5, huh?
Nobody said anything at all.
Well, no, listen.
I'm only kidding, Jay.
Well, that might not even be a day one patch either.
It
well,
might
if it's not a day one, but whatever there's a patch for, of course, and maybe Super Lucky's Tale. I'll probably pre-order that, but I don't know.
Yes.
With a big bowl of Lucky Charms.
Hey, this is what we're reduced to. Thanks, Shannon. Super Lucky's Tale. Thank you.
That's a new one. Can we get a new thanks, Shannon Loftus next to thanks?
Thanks. Hey, can we get that shirt? Hey, J Dubs. Let me ask you about this. Do you think this would be going too far? Right? A Shannon Loftus selfie shirt that says "Thanks, Shannon." Hashtag.
I think I'll be getting a cease and desist order from Microsoft. That.
Probably.
You think?
Oh God.
Cold-blooded.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding it awfully warm in here. But what about you guys?
Hey, you got the fire.
Someone's got to play Hearts on Fire or Chariots of Fire whenever Jay does that. That'd be great, right? Yeah.
He absolutely should.
Do it. No, but, I'll be honest with you. I do think that a lot of people are writing me right now, crap, on Twitter, saying that people are really expecting that tomorrow's going to be some kind of, like, show and a showing of a new game. And now, Red Dragon, late breaking, folks, he says, report German retailer lists new Xbox One game codenamed Hollywood, $60 title, release date in 2017. So that's interesting.
It could be the new IP. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what they were waiting to show. Is maybe to show that would be great. That that goes back to one of our other callers. What is something that would really be shocking? That would be something, and that would be something we need. Is if a game was shown tomorrow that is also coming this year.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Like I don't know about you guys, but I know you guys all watched the E3 conference on Mixer in 4K. Mm-hmm. No matter what comes out, if it looks as good as that 4K demonstration, I'm gonna play it. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit if it's Super Lucky's Tale. I don't care if it's a remaster of Halo or Gears. I just want to see that brilliance in front of my eyes and just soak in all that awesomeness. And I don't care what the game is. I'm just going to play something awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I know where you're coming from, Jay, and guess what? Everybody pretty much listening is, I believe, right there with you. I just personally think that it would have been nice if we had something that wasn't just, anything will do. Because that's what, MM2K was just saying, and you're saying is like, hey, it doesn't matter, anything. I'll pop anything in. I just want to see this thing work. Yeah, I mean, we're all going to do that, but it would be awesome if it was just like a supreme title. That's what I think is the heartbreak. But who knows? Like I said, maybe Microsoft does have something up their sleeve. I mean, it would be the first time since
they literally surprised us.
It's ever been surprised. I've not been surprised yet. I mean, Scorpio announcement was kind of a surprise, but we knew something was coming. We just didn't think they would do it at E3 yet, but they did it. But except for that, I wouldn't say that like I've been surprised. So, not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely that would surprise me. Would it be enough to hashtag save Shannon? Hashtag hell no. But still, it'd be
maybe.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Hashtag maybe. We'll see.
No, they'd be like, "What do you got? Oh, what is this game?" It's probably something that they slapped together using fucking Project Spark last minute.
Right.
This will appease them.
It does. Yeah, it does need games though. It needs games because it is what it is. It will start to wear on you with time if you don't have anything to put in there. And I mean that Super Lucky's Tale, Jay, you'll beat that in a week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you guys don't know what my gaming habits are like. Some games take me.
That's true, but you're You're almost done with Sonic, you said. So I wouldn't expect.
Well,
you to
I've been
be
playing
mad.
Sonic nonstop. Every chance that I sit down in front of the television, I'm playing Sonic.
It is so good. It is so good. Let's go ahead and play
Yes.
another voicemail from a very special friend of the show.
Yes, we have a very special voicemail. Everyone sit down, get out your lattes. And,
Hit the like button and sit down and be quiet and listen to this man talk.
Exactly. We have the downer.
Crap, Mooch, J-Dub. This is the downer, long-time listener, first-time caller. Love the show, guys. Keep it real for a moment. You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none. This rant is going to be about Mr. Phil Spencer. The word of the day is going to be complacency or complacent. With a little over 3 years under his belt as head of Xbox, the overall grade I give him is a C+. Yes, he's done a lot of nice things, and I repeat, nice things at Xbox. I'm not sure how much influence he's had with acquisitions such as Beam, which is now Mixer, and Minecraft, but I'm also factoring that into his grade. But I feel like the entire Xbox team has become complacent in almost everything that they do. You really see complacency in these marketing deals. You see it in their first party titles and studios. You see complacency in their approach in acquiring exclusivity rights for some of these titles, but also in their software and content. I can give you dozens and dozens of reasons how they become complacent in everything. As a loyal fan, you get sick and tired of them not competing day in and day out for your dollar. Organizations like Xbox mirror its leader. If a leader becomes soft, yes, they become soft and complacent, then so do its people. Phil, let me tell you something. If the goal at the end of the day is to be profitable and roll over, I'm fine with it. Just let me know and the fans know so we can stop wasting our goddamn time. Being profitable is all fine and dandy, but a lot of the reasons why Xbox is profitable is for the simple reason that Sony mops the floor with these marketing deals. It gets me sick. It makes me sick. They look at their return of investment and cut expenses accordingly. You look at Red Dead, Call of Duty, Battlefront, Destiny 2, all Sony. It doesn't even include FIFA. It drives me nuts. They don't compete. They don't care. They're out of sight. They're out of mind. You look at their first party lineup and the state of them. Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay have been delayed, now it's 2 years? I'm sorry, but these games look like indie titles compared to some of these other third-party games. Who is watching these games? Why do they run and look and play like shit? And then people think, well, last year we had exclusive titles. I'm sorry, but Dead Rising 4, Capcom shit that game out. And they were scared how ReCore was going to be accepted by the public. Look at the $40 price tag. They didn't spend any money on that game. You see Xbox employees market and promote other games on other platforms. What in the hell happened to conflict of interest? What happened to showing a little backbone for the company that you work for? Do you see Nintendo, Sony, or Steam doing this? So yeah, I get kind of frustrated that Xbox doesn't compete for your dollar. They make a lot of money off these fans, and I'm one of them. I hope the complacency stops with Xbox One X, and that they compete tooth and nail for your dollar and take risks at the expense of that dollar, like they did with 360. Phil, this is not a June, August, or December business. This is a year-long business. Show up,
year-round. Generate buzz and excitement for the brand, which you don't right now. Show us something at Gamescom, I'm sorry. And I'm going to end it right here before I lose my mind, if I haven't already. Down or out.
that was a really good call. I agree with most of what you say.
Yes.
You know, you're frustrated. Like, how can I say that you shouldn't be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and also I'd like to point out that just because he's frustrated doesn't mean everybody would be. You know, like some people like different things. So
he makes some valid points. Think about what he said with
some points that we've said too.
Right?
Yeah, like they didn't expect anything with Record. They didn't invest anything in that.
And you could tell that by putting that $40 price tag on that. That's just not.
Yeah.
That shows that you were concerned. And that's something else. You can see that Microsoft almost seems like every move they make, they're more concerned about the backlash than pushing forward and putting out an A product. They're so concerned. They're like, do you like this? Do you guys like it? Is it okay? Is it not okay? Should we pull it back? Should we put it for $40? Do you guys want this? Do you guys want that? I mean, we get polls all the time, right? Those questionnaires. You get those things. Like, they're just weird questions. And it's like they almost have no faith in themselves. And it's like, you know, a lot of these people have been working in games for a long time. And I'm thinking to myself, you've been working in games in the business for so long. Why are you asking us? Why are we doing all this? Why did we contribute to the We Heard You console? Why are we telling you what to put in the UI? Sony didn't ask anybody. People and Sony fans right now are like, can we please, for the love of God, change our name? They're like, no, sit the fuck down. And you're like, okay, no problem. You know, it's like they don't even care. Not only does Sony not ask you, they don't give a shit when you do say something. But you know what? I got to say one thing. You got to at least respect them, because like they're like, no, this is what we're doing. This shit works. This is how we see it. Microsoft, to be honest with you, they probably should have just stuck with their 2013 envisionment, right? When they came out, when they were going to do the DRM and ping your system, and they could have done all that game sharing and, you know, everything, all the stuff that they were talking about. They ixnayed all of it because the gaming media had a heart attack. You know, it's like, whatever. I don't know. If Sony was going to do DRM and game sharing and everything, the media wouldn't have attacked them. And everybody would be like, come on, Microsoft, do what Sony's doing. I can share with 10 games with 10 friends on 10 days. On count of 10 fingers. I mean, like, everything was just crazy. So, I don't know. There's a lot of truth to what Jeremy's saying. You know, some of the stuff is his opinion on, you know, certain people. I think that, you know, you just can't go in Monday and have an entirely new staff. That's not how things work. Yeah. But I think at the very least there needs to be a shakeup in Redmond. That happens that happens at eBay. It happens at IBM. It happens for the Mets. It happens for the Yankees. It happens for the California Angels. It happens for everybody. The Dodgers had the biggest shakeup in history. The owner of the Dodgers for so many years ran into a little financial problem, and like these 7 billionaires walked in. We're like, we're buying you. And look at the Dodgers now. They're breaking records. The Dodgers haven't lost a baseball game since like April 8th. Like, that's crazy, right? But the Dodgers sucked years ago because you have to switch up management, ownership. And like, you really have to kind of get things going. And I just think that at the very least, they need a B12 shot. And if people are tired of hearing that, I'm sorry if you guys it's not always kumbaya and roses. Listen, I live in New York. I don't live in Seattle, okay? We don't light incense before we make breakfast, okay? We eat you know, breakfast is in New York. It's a cup of coffee, a fucking newspaper, and get the fuck out of my way. That's breakfast in New York.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
damn. Oh, somebody's fired up. Mooch is like fired up over here, Jeremy. You got them all fired up. Now look what I got to work with. God damn it. Yeah. M&C Mornings in the evening. What's up?
Hey, you guys doing? It's Hammer. Just throwing out the question here. I'm buying a new 4K TV, and I know I've talked to Mooch about it a lot, but I'm looking into doing the Dolby Atmos stuff too.
Nice.
And I was just wondering if you guys, you know, thought, like, I heard that we had to like pay for that addition.
Yes.
And I was just wondering if you maybe thought that was like kind of dumb to have to pay for that, or if I in fact I do have to pay for that to be used. So yeah, just let me know what you think about trying to go full on out with this like 4K TV. Looking at probably doing the LG C7 now, and doing a Dolby Atmos system. So yeah, just, what's your thoughts on that? All right, see you guys.
Is somebody like blowing something in the background?
No, that's when Jay puts his volume all the way up. You hear like that white noise. Is that what you mean?
No, it sounded like a whistle or something.
Yeah, there was something going on. So that was Hamwich, and
That's
he actually won the pony prize as well.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations,
Congrats to Hamwich.
Yes.
Awesome.
Let's answer his question, though. Dolby Atmos, folks, and I tried doing a little bit of research on this. I actually wrote a DM to Mikey Barr, and he wrote me back about it a couple, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I said, is this something I have to buy every time I get, like, the X is coming out? So if I buy Dolby Atmos now, do I have to utilize, buy it for every system? He said no. Apparently, and I don't want to quote Mike because I'd have to look back at it, and I'm not in the mood to do it right now. But you buy it one time for $15, and anything you have your Xbox One S or X, it's tied to your account. It will. It's all software based, so it'll work with your Dolby surround sound. Works in headsets. Works in 5.1, 7.1 surround sound entertainment centers. It works off of your speakers. Now, it just so happens that the LG OLED that I got, the E7, has the Dolby Atmos. And this is where I was confused, and I reached out to some people. The actual sound bar that comes on the TV is a Dolby Atmos sound bar. So I said, do I need to buy Dolby Atmos on my Xbox to activate the Dolby Atmos speakers on the TV? And everybody was like, no, because the Dolby Atmos is built into the TV. That's going to, anytime Dolby Atmos is available on the output, it'll automatically give me that. And let me tell you something. That sound bar is sick. Like, you should see, I'm playing, like, just to give everyone an example, I was playing BioShock Infinite, and you know how you can play the Vonix, the recorders, basically?
Yeah.
Once I clicked on it, crap, it's insane. Like, the speaker on the right kicks off, right? And you hear, like, this old tape recorder, like, chugging and cranking as the sound comes out, and you hear the static from it like an old recorder. Never did I pick that up even with headsets. This Dolby Atmos thing is no joke, folks. It's $15 one-time buy, and it's good for 10 devices.
I need to understand this. I don't quite understand what that even means. So I'm buying an app for the Xbox?
It's an app, but it works across all like headsets, TV tuners. Well, it has the headset, the TV tuner, or your entertainment center has to be Dolby Atmos ready. And I don't want to pretend to be some kind of professional on this. I don't know, but it's that I do know. And let me tell you something. It's a game changer on sound.
Yeah, I have a feeling that my receiver's too old for it.
It's feasible, but look it up, Jay.
Yeah.
Just put your receiver, put the model number in, and say that Dolby Atmos, ready or whatever, and see if it comes back with anything.
And do most of the popular headphones, like I've got 2 sets of Turtle Beaches, do most of the Turtle Beaches support it?
I think so. I know the A50s and the A40s do, I've been told. But like I said, I only have it. I didn't buy it yet. I actually have lucked out that the TV I got about 4 weeks ago, has it built in on the sound bar. And let me tell you something, it's in the options. The minute I go to sound in the TV options, it says Dolby Atmos, and I clicked it on. Wow.
This portion of M&C Mornings brought to you by Dolby Atmos
and LG OLEDs,
yes,
where color and picture come to life.
Let's do another voicemail. We can get a couple more. And who do we got? J Dubs.
Okay. Yeah, we're probably not going to get through everybody tonight, but let's go to an old friend, Luca.
Okay, on the
She's
second
on the second floor, right, Crap?
Yes. Yes.
Hey Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. I'm leaving this voicemail right before Xbox Nation. So you guys may have already gone over these points. However, I just want to say, the news about Crackdown, I gotta admit, that sucks. That sucks a lot for, people who are actually interested in the game. But the amount of people I've seen freaking out, it's kind of ridiculous. And it's, I just don't understand why Xbox fans always seem to be the ones who overreact the most. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like I can see where people are coming from. This game was announced years ago, and people have been waiting for a very long time for it, right? And I only got my Xbox a couple months ago, so I cannot possibly relate to how people are feeling right now, But I just really wish people would calm down. I just want everyone to relax and just think about things logically for a moment. Try to see things using some common sense. If this game had released this year and it was broken, that's it. It's a wrap. At least with a delay, they have time to fix the game and make sure it's polished when it comes out, which can only benefit us as the gamer. And this isn't any damage control stuff. This is just common sense. And I see people getting so worked up and saying, well, what am I going to play on my X? You're going to play the best versions of the multiplats. And I'm sorry, but the multiplats hold more water than the exclusives. That's just how it is now. I'm looking forward to playing Wolfenstein 2, which is going to look phenomenal, and Assassin's Creed Origins. I mean, have you seen that footage? And then there are people who are excited for COD, which the X should have the definitive version, and people are excited for Destiny. Battlefront 2, which is going to look phenomenal. This game, if it had come out broken with those titles on the horizon, listen, I get that people are upset, but just...
Luca on the roof.
Calm down! Yeah. Okay? It's
Shut
going to
up,
be fine. We're going to have great games to play this year. And they should look the best on the X. And they should run the best on the X. So let's just try to relax, guys. Because it's already bad enough that, you know, the PC and PlayStation guys are having a field day with this. You know what I mean? Alright, sorry this is a long voicemail, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!
Yeah, I mean, she makes a good point, Crap. I don't know
Yeah. Oh, she does. I mean, look. It's funny to me, the whole Crackdown thing, just like the Scalebound thing, right? What did we hear, Mooch, when Scalebound was shown off? Everybody, the PlayStation fans and everybody was like, that game looks like shit.
Yeah.
Then when it got canceled, everybody's like, God damn it, Phil. That was the only game that would have possibly made me buy an Xbox One, right? Like, it's the same shit with Crackdown 3, right? Everybody thought it was looking like shit. It was trash. It was going to flop. It was going to do bad. And now all of a sudden they were going to get it, and now they're so bummed out. You know? Well, like, we know the ones that really wanted it. People like me, Cold Eastwood, you know, we've been very vocal about that all along. Lady Foxfire, she was excited for it. But guess what? Delays happen. I get that. You got to have the game that launches with the multiplayer. It's got to launch ready to go. Yeah. You know, and it would have got eaten up by all the other games in November as well. So
here's my thing, Crap. What actual games are going to be of the third party are going to be Xbox One enhanced? We know, of course, Assassin's Creed. We do know confirmation now, and I'm asking, Battlefront 2 is?
Battlefront 2, 100%. That's listed on the Xbox thing, so we know that.
So which ones don't we know about? We don't know about COD, and we don't know about Destiny.
Yeah, those are both ones that Sony has marketing rights with, so of course
Sony has marketing rights with Battlefront 2, but apparently
not.
Yeah,
but EA is chummy with Microsoft, so you got that going for you.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, so, I mean, yeah, imagine that, right?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I agree with you there. Jay, you got another voicemail before we good call from Luca.
Let's end it off with an old favorite. We've got Def Jam.
Awesome.
What's up, Mooch and Crap and Jay? What's good with y'all? It's Def Jam here. You already know what it is. Well, GamesCom is pretty much a couple days, well, not too far off. What y'all expecting to happen? Y'all expecting any surprises? I think maybe after the Crackdown fiasco, I think Microsoft need to come out with a surprise or two to, you know, show the fans that they still care, this, that, and the fourth. And yeah, what's your opinions on Platinum Games Studio getting saved with the Nier Automata game? I mean, we all know the real truth. It's like, hey, Bobby, hey, we still got that Microsoft check in the drawer, right? That thing was like 50 mil? Yeah, man. Hey, let's go ball out with that money. We're gonna ball the fuck out. Let's go get some lattes. We gonna get everything. Come on now.
Ball
but then we just gonna put out that, you know, the game help us stay afloat. But we knew that Microsoft check really did. But hey, I just want to hear y'all guys' opinions on the Gamescom and all that. But everybody in the chat, listening in to Mooch and Crap in the mornings with Jay. Hit that one. Just hit the one. Jay, play the Seagulls. Def Jam is out.
It sounded like the goddamn seagulls were laughing at him. That's hilarious.
So good. Seagull too. That was great.
Yeah, it was. Hey, we're about 5 likes away from 300. Let's go ahead and hit that 300 mark. That would be a great thing. The prize will be nothing since we didn't do it. You know what we'll do? We'll bust our asses this week and we'll try to get a top 10 and a rundown done if we can. How's that?
Yes.
Yes, we'll try to do the most kick-ass stuff we can do.
Yes,
for next week.
And
I got to tell you something.
That's going to be so easy to do while I'm in Boston until Friday.
Oh wait, you're in Boston till Friday. Okay, well we'll get a top 10.
You know, we'll change Meatloaf's song. It'll be 1 out of 3. Ain't bad.
Okay, I'm not going to make any promises, but we could maybe do both. I'm not guaranteeing, but at least one good one.
We could do a top 10 for sure next week.
Yeah, top 10s are easy. The rundowns take probably about 3 hours to build.
And maybe in 2 weeks' time we can do that something special, right, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Something special, yes, and be prepared, people. So when you wake up early in the morning, you wipe off those eye boogies, you're going to have such a great time.
That's great.
You definitely are. Are we spinning or are we doing something like that? I don't know.
Oh God! Like, listen. So wait, we're done with voicemails. Let's ask. Well, you know what though? But we didn't answer Def Jam Bam's.
Oh yeah, Def Jam Bam. What
he said? Is there anything that you're expecting that's kind of wild and crazy for tomorrow? I mean, there is there's rumors going around right now, Bam. This is all fun and
stuff.
That possibly a game will be shown that we haven't heard of or known about.
If they're smart, and this would be a big if, so I don't give it much hope. That there's going to be something. I think that probably the big thing we're going to get is a PUBG release date, which we've been hearing.
If we don't get anything more than finding out we're getting Scorpio engraved in the console and a PUBG release date, Gamescom. You wonder why Sony doesn't go to Gamescom. We could have called that in from Redmond. You know what I mean? They could have done a Nintendo Direct for that.
Hey! So, PUBG included in every box.
Well, that would be something. That
would be something. Yeah, I mean that would probably help them out.
Good call though, Jay, because that's kind of cheap too, right? Crap, you're talking about $35. It's only costing Microsoft probably $15 per. That's a cheap way to make everybody. But then again, you're also assuming everybody wants PUBG. You know, so
everybody will try it. Put it that way.
Free game. Yeah. Never look at free game in the mouth. So I totally agree with that.
Exactly, 100%.
So how do you want to take us out this week, fellas?
What do we got, J-Dubs? Do we got a Wheel of Wonder or what?
We do have a Wheel of Wonder, and even though I didn't play everybody, I've got everybody on the wheel.
Okay, so let's put the Wheel of Wonder up and see who's gonna win, because that's what we do on this show. Yes.
Give me more of that music, Jay. How great is that? I feel like I should have that Bob Barker microphone in my hand. That's like
woo. That little skinny.
It was like a skinny 8-foot.
It looks like a kickstand.
It was the kickstand that he found. That he having it miraculously be a microphone. What a great! All right, so we got everybody here, Jay. Why don't you go ahead and spin that wheel?
Do we know what the prize is?
It's gonna be something. You can bet of that.
Crap's gonna reach into his underwear drawer and find something.
I am. I'm gonna guarantee to find something. It might not be something you want, but it's gonna be something.
Oh, it's gonna be something.
Yes. Damn, he really spun that wheel. Jeez.
It's like when somebody hangs off the wheel and Price is Right. You know, like it spins so long and they can take a commercial break.
Jeez. We'll be right back after this.
After word. Look at that. And our first caller,
Xbox Trigger. Congratulations!
Trigger.
You have won something.
Come on now. The next contestant on What the Hell's Crap Gonna Give You?
Yes, probably some kind of Xbox gift card of some sort. So that's going to be
it'll be a gift card of some sort. You'll enjoy it.
We'll find something.
Yeah. Hey, J-Dubs, why don't we? Let's see. What can we roll out with? What's something that we haven't rolled out with?
Something we haven't played in a while is the Gaff and Sony. You know, the one that sounds like the Married with Children.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's play that
yes.
into the outro, and then we'll catch everybody later. Oh, Woochie Crap are doing an interview tomorrow.
Yes, we have an interview with a developer tomorrow.
Yes, we got a developer interview. Very very popular developer lately. Knows all about this whole fanboy console stuff. Has a long history of working with Microsoft.
And he's not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, so that's going to be cool as well. So, have a great Gamescom. Hit that like button. Check out the Patreon link below. There's also an Amazon link there where you can pre-order the Xbox One X when it goes up. You guys can click on that stuff. So thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Catch you later.
M&C Mornings.
Peace.
Gaff and Sony, Gaff and Sony go together like neutrals and ponies. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Gaff and Sony, Gaff and Sony says Microsoft is full of liars and phonies. Ask your local games clerk and they'll say Sony's for the players. Try to separate them, it's a collusion. Try and you will only come to this conclusion. Gaff and Sony, Gaff and Sony go together like neutrals and ponies. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other.